The only way you're going to get sales on Etsy is if you understand how the algorithm works. That's what we're going to talk about in this video today, and how you can take advantage of some of the cracks in the algorithm to make it so that you can actually start to get some serious sales on Etsy. Hey, I'm Jered Robinson. I'm a full-time growth marketer that helps Etsy stores use high-level marketing principles to grow their Etsy shop. Today, we're going to be discussing, and what you're going to learn is how to use Etsy's algorithm to your favor. So to be able to take advantage of the Etsy algorithm, you have to be able to know how algorithms in general work. Just like Facebook, Google, YouTube, Pinterest, they all have algorithms that direct content to their users. Now, what does the algorithm care about more than anything else on the planet? Their users. So shareholders care about the platform growing, which means that when people are on the platform, they need to be able to stay on the platform, and more people need to come to the platform. That's what the shareholders care about. So what does Etsy care about? They care about getting more people to the platform and having people stay and use that platform. This means that the fastest way Etsy can lose customers is by presenting them wrong content. This goes the same with Facebook or Instagram. If you got on Instagram and scrolled through Instagram and it was a bunch of stuff you didn't care about, guess what you're gonna do? Leave. So the more the algorithm understands you, the higher their retention rate works. And from there, they grow. They get more money, people invest in them. There's an opportunity to grow their business. This is why we live in an environment where data stealing is completely normal, because it's the data that allows the algorithm to curate what it is that you want. So if we bring this back to Etsy, when someone searches for something on Etsy, what is Etsy's #1 priority? Giving the user what they want. Now, as a professional growth marketer, I see very successful companies and not so successful companies. And I would tell you the #1 thing that makes a difference between a successful company and a non-successful company is understanding their target audience. You may hear the word niche be passed around all the time. Find your niche, find your niche, find your niche. Now, that is correct, but there's a step that's actually being missed. It's target audience. Let me explain. Your target audience looks like this. And inside your target audience are lots of things that they're interested in. Now, you don't sell all of those things. When you do sell one of those interests, though, that becomes a niche. Now, you can have people who have different interests, but align with some of those interests that the niche then serves. So understanding this target audience and why the niche is important allows you to create multiple niches with keywords that they're searching for and presenting them with the marketing message that they need to convert. So when bigger companies are looking to find their target audience, they usually reverse engineer it. So they start with like an avatar, for example, and they create an avatar for someone. And so they have a specific buyer that they are marketing to. This really helps because instead of trying to talk to everyone, which we can all sometimes fall victim to, you instead want to try to target and market to an individual, because it allows the message to be so much more personable. You connect so much easier. And because of this, your marketing efforts are going to be so much more simple. The way you design your listing pictures are going to be so much more simple because there's one person that you have in mind. So if you actually want to do an exercise that allows you to find your avatar so that you can speak to them, I'll connect something in the description below that you can download, that'll have that sheet for you that you can fill out and allow you to start to really get into this avatar. Now, here's what you're going to see as you start to shift the way that you do Etsy. If you're instead just putting stuff out and saying, well, keyword, 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 and you start to say, people, 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 you will find that you will be able to get more returning customers. That the idea of having an email list starts to make sense because you're driving in a specific type of buyer. Now, here's the final part of this puzzle. There's something called inspirational keywords. Inspirational keywords essentially allow you to target people who are using Etsy as Pinterest, as opposed to looking for something specific. Let's look at this example here. You'll see if I type in something really specific, that the search volume is much smaller, but so is the competition. But if I type in something more like inspirational, then you'll see that the search volume is quite large That's because there's so many different target audiences and niches and keywords all kind of being brought into this more inspirational spot. Now, if Etsy understands who your store targets and they know that that target demographic just typed in an inspirational keyword, you can get shown under these inspirational keywords better if you have done a successful job at teaching Etsy what it is that you sell and who you are targeting. Okay, guys, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you need to, go down and get that avatar sheet, download that, and get ready to go. In our next video, we'll probably talk a lot more about how to use SEO with this new concept of targeting people, and I'll show you how that all works. Catch you guys in the next one.